Hello, beautiful beings. This is Lee Harrington from passionandsoul.com, and I'm here today doing an unboxing and reveal / thoughts and flip through of the Lost Hollow deck, and that I recently got off of Kickstarter, so I'm excited to see how this all looks. I found it really interesting, this art style, because I don't see a lot of decks that are that stark and gothic and dramatic, so I really wanted to fund the artist on this. And it comes with these 2 extra card stickers. I think they're just cards. And it also came with, as one of the push goals, it's not focusing very well, but came with this little pin that's the same logo. So let me strike those to the side. And the box is in a tin instead of an actual box. And looking at it ahead of time, I was kind of frustrated about the fact that the author's name is not on the box. So I think it's James something. I know it's Pixel Occult online, but I'm not remembering the author's actual name. So it's got a little packet. I did open this up earlier just to take the plastic off because I wasn't sure how tight it was going to be bound. And it's James Brothwell. So it's just this tiny little booklet that reveals that it's, this is a simple starting booklet, information about where the deck is coming from, the perspective. There's a PDF of this, and I always get nervous when in the booklet it says there's a PDF, because that's often what happens in made-up decks, like in off-brand stuff that you get out of China. And so it's just little bits of things here and there. So I was a little nervous when I saw this, is this actually the deck itself? But it came straight from the author. So what I thought was interesting, this is an extra version of the death card. You'll see when we actually get to it, because at least that's what they described it when he was doing it up in the Kickstarter, that he wanted to have 2 different versions of the death card. So that's what this is. All right, this is all of our extras. We've got some stickers, more stickers, all of the stickers that ever were. The Lost Hollow sticker, and I just wanted to pull this plastic off ahead of time. Set all of these to the side for our flip through. All right, so cards are a decent stock. I like that. It's got a nice hand to it. It's not too slippery. I find there's been a lot of decks recently that are super slippery. So it's got a nice grit to it. We start out here with the Fool. I think that's beautiful. Magician. I'll say that the colors are just this beautiful, deep red. Like, the photos online don't do it justice. Oh, the Empress, that's just beautiful. Really interesting interpretation of some of these cards. And I haven't seen the cards before, I just took off the plastic ahead of time. Hierophant. The Lovers, that's, the broken glass, it's really intriguing. Chariot with the wheelchair there is an interesting little representation. That is one thing about this deck, when I was looking at the photos online, is it does have more diversity. And by that, I don't just mean like there's a black person in it, but like actual diversity of representation. It just called it Fortune instead of Wheel of Fortune. Justice with the floating crown. Reflection. The Hanged One. Rope bondage underwater. Death. So you'll see that was the spare death card. So you get to choose which death card you want to have in the deck. Temperance. The Devil card. So they're definitely going with the bondage theme and that more gritty look to it. Tower, Star, beautiful. It's almost Babylon-esque. in the center for the moon. Oh, I like that, going around with all the different astrological symbols. Judgment, oh, that's interesting, taking a more seraphim kind of approach to the angel rather than the classic winged angel look. Let's see the universe. All right, let's start going through the suits. We've got wands. Okay, so they end up putting both the text at the top of the description and then how to read it for folks who aren't familiar with the deck. Be interesting to see if I sit down how the difference compares between this and others when it comes to the shorthand descriptions of how you look at the deck. Swiftness. Okay, so that's... It's interesting it's called Fortitude compared to the Strength card. If we look back historically. Okay, did Princess of Wands and Prince of Wands as compared to looking at the Page and the Knight. There's a number of people in wheelchairs. I think that's intriguing. Wonder why that is. I mean, nothing wrong with it at all, as somebody who's spent a little time in a chair myself, but... Oh, that's an intriguing and really beautiful depiction of the two. The hands that are partially there up in the toast. Yeah, this is really dark, but definitely a readable feel to it. I like that page or princess. Cups all being these tentacle creatures. Let's move into swords. Let's see what happens with the Three of Swords. Okay, more classical Three of Swords. A flower instead of the heart. Like, this makes me think it came out of some sort of specific book, but I don't remember that being referenced. But this is very definitely its own world. Like, it's not some sort of depiction. Like, it reminds me of the World of Darkness kind of stuff. Very urban fantasy or urban gothic fantasy kind of stuff. World of Darkness being Vampire the Masquerade and all the stuff from White Wolf. It's got that vibe to it for me. Now we're on to the Pentacles. Yeah, that 1990s kind of grit. At least that's what it evokes for me. It'll bring up something else for you, no doubt. We all have our own little lexicons. Oh, it's an elegant version of stagnation for Seven of Pentacles. That's interesting for Grin. I'm not sure about that. And then wealth being our Ten of Pentacles. I went with wealth instead of prosperity or the healthy family kind of look to it. Yeah, this whole thing reads really dark. Beautiful though, like these reds are just so vibrant. So absolutely vibrant. And that wraps us up with the King of Pentacles. So this has been the Lost Hollow Tarot. The Lost Hollow Tarot. And I hope you enjoy. You can again find my stuff over at passionandsoul.com or find my daily divination work over at Passion and Soul on Instagram. Take care.